In the serene waters surrounding Maui, Hawaii, tourists from across the globe were drawn to the ocean's mesmerizing beauty. The year was 2010, and the sun bathed the island in warmth and light. Among the visitors was a couple, Mark and Emily Thompson, celebrating their honeymoon in this tropical paradise. They had chosen this idyllic location to embark on a snorkeling adventure they would remember forever. Little did they know that their dreamy honeymoon would soon take an unexpected turn. On the morning of their planned snorkeling trip, Mark and Emily joined a small group of fellow tourists at the bustling harbor. Their guide, a seasoned waterman named Kainoa, greeted them with a warm aloha and a brief safety briefing. He emphasized the importance of respecting the ocean's inhabitants and the need for vigilance while exploring its depths. As they reached the designated snorkeling spot, Kainoa provided detailed instructions on snorkeling safely. Mark and Emily, filled with excitement, listened carefully as he explained the importance of staying together and not straying too far from the group. They slipped into the water, the ocean's embrace immediately enveloping them. The vibrant coral formations stretched out beneath, a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes. The beauty of the underwater world enchanted Emily, while Mark felt a sense of wonder at the diversity of marine life. Unbeknownst to the tourists, a tiger shark, a majestic and formidable predator, stalked the deeper waters nearby. It had sensed the group's presence and was drawn by curiosity. The shark's approach was subtle, a silent shadow gliding through the depths. As Mark and Emily swam hand in hand, their snorkeling masks revealing the wonders beneath, the tiger shark's presence went unnoticed. Its sleek form grew nearer, its curiosity piqued by the sight of these strange creatures in its domain. As the group ascended to the surface, the tiger shark's curiosity became a sudden heart-pounding reality. It surged forward, and its immense jaws closed around Mark's leg. Panic erupted among the tourists as Mark's screams of pain pierced the tranquil underwater world. Overcome with terror, Emily watched helplessly as the shark thrashed in the water, its powerful tail lashing. Kainoa acted swiftly, using a spear to jab at the shark's sensitive snout. With a final surge of strength, the predator released its grip and disappeared into the deep blue. Mark was pulled back onto the catamaran, bloody but alive. The conflict had escalated into a life-or-death struggle, and Mark had narrowly survived a brutal attack by the tiger shark. As the catamaran raced back to shore, Emily clung to Mark, her tears mixing with the salt water on his face. The atmosphere was tense on the catamaran as Kainoa and the other tourists tended to Mark's wounds. The shark had left its mark on him, deep gashes on his leg, a stark reminder of the encounter with the ocean's apex predator. Emily clung to her husband, her hands trembling as she applied pressure to the wounds, trying to stanch the bleeding. Kainoa knew they needed to get medical help for Mark urgently. With urgency, he radioed for assistance, explaining the situation to the authorities on the mainland. As they docked at the harbor, paramedics and emergency responders rushed to the scene. Mark was carefully placed on a stretcher, his face pale from blood loss. The conflict had evolved into a race against time. Mark's survival hung in the balance as the paramedics worked swiftly to stabilize him. At the hospital, Mark was rushed into surgery. The medical team battled against the clock to repair the damage to his leg. Minutes felt like hours to Emily as she paced the sterile hospital hallway, her mind replaying the terrifying moments when the tiger shark had struck. The surgery was successful, but the road to recovery would be long and arduous. Mark awoke in a haze of pain, his leg heavily bandaged and his body weakened by the ordeal. In the days that followed, the couple faced the emotional aftermath of the shark attack. Mark grappled with the trauma of the experience, haunted by vivid memories of the predator's mighty jaws. Emily, too, bore the weight of the harrowing ordeal. She had witnessed her husband's life-threatening encounter with nature's raw power, and the images of that day were seared into her memory. Slowly but surely, Mark began the challenging journey of physical therapy, determined to regain the use of his injured leg. The resolution of their story was one of resilience and love. Mark's recovery was a testament to his strength and determination, and Emily's unwavering presence was a constant source of inspiration. As they looked out at the tranquil waters of Maui once more, the island's beauty remained, but the awareness of nature's unpredictability now accompanied it. The tiger shark had shown them the harsh reality of the natural world. and the enduring power of love and resilience in the face of adversity. And so, the story of Mark and Emily's encounter with a tiger shark in Maui, Hawaii came to a close. A tale of survival, love, and the enduring spirit of those who confront the untamed forces of the ocean. Nestled on the southeastern coast of South Africa, Jeffreys Bay was a paradise for surfers and beach lovers alike. The year was 2018, and the golden shores of this coastal town were bustling with tourists seeking sun, surf, and adventure. Among them was Alex Turner, an adventurous traveler with a deep love for the ocean and its mysteries. Alex had come to Jeffreys Bay in search of the perfect wave, drawn by the legendary surf breaks that had made this town famous among surf enthusiasts worldwide. Little did he know that his quest for the ultimate wave would lead him to a heart-pounding encounter with one of the ocean's most feared creatures. As the sun cast a warm glow over the waves, Alex joined a group of fellow surfers, all eager to ride the legendary swells of Jeffreys Bay. As Alex caught his first wave of the day, he felt an exhilarating adrenaline rush. The mighty ocean surged beneath him. The salty spray in the air was a feeling like no other. For hours he rode the waves, his heart and soul intertwined with the relentless rhythm of the sea. But as the day wore on and the sun descended toward the horizon, the surfers noticed a change in the water. The waves grew choppier and an uneasiness settled over the lineup. The conflict emerged subtly, a sense of disquiet that couldn't be ignored. As Alex paddled further out, searching for the perfect wave, a shadowy presence beneath him sent shivers down his spine. He glanced down and found himself face to face with a massive tiger shark, its dark, predatory eyes locking onto his own. Fear gripped Alex as he realized the dangerous situation he was in. The tiger shark, an ocean's apex predator, circled him with an air of calculated menace. The conflict escalated as Alex struggled to maintain his composure. He remembered seasoned surfers' advice: avoid sudden movements, keep calm, and maintain eye contact. But the relentless predator showed no signs of backing down. Minutes felt like hours as Alex and the tiger shark engaged in a tense standoff beneath the waves. The other surfers watched in horrified fascination, unable to intervene in the deadly ballet unfolding before them. In a sudden and terrifying lunge, the tiger shark closed the distance between them, its jaws snapping shut just inches from Alex's board. The force of the attack sent shockwaves through the water, and Alex's heart raced as he kicked and paddled with all his might. The shark circled back for another pass, its aggression undeterred. In a heart-pounding moment of desperation, Alex used his surfboard as a makeshift shield, thrusting it between himself and the relentless predator. The shark's teeth scraped against the board, leaving deep gouges in the foam. Alex kicked and paddled toward the shore with every ounce of strength, leaving the wounded shark behind. The conflict reached its resolution as he reached the safety of the beach, gasping for breath and trembling with the adrenaline of the harrowing encounter. The golden shores of Jeffreys Bay, once a symbol of beauty and serenity, had become the backdrop for an epic struggle between a determined surfer and a formidable tiger shark. As Alex and the other surfers gathered on the beach, they carried with them a newfound respect for the untamed power of the ocean and the indomitable spirit of those who face its challenges head-on. As Alex stumbled onto the beach, his chest heaving and his heart racing, a hushed silence fell over the gathering crowd. His surfboard, marked with deep gouges from the shark's teeth, lay abandoned in the sand as a grim testament to the harrowing encounter. Other surfers rushed to Alex's side, their faces etched with concern and awe at his narrow escape. Some patted him on the back in a gesture of camaraderie, while others offered words of encouragement and support. News of the shark encounter spread quickly, drawing the attention of beachgoers and lifeguards. The conflict had played out on a public stage, and the fear and fascination it had evoked were palpable. Alex's encounter with the tiger shark became a topic of conversation among surfers and beach enthusiasts for days to come. In the aftermath, Alex couldn't shake the memory of the predator's dark eyes and its relentless pursuit. For weeks, he surfed with a sense of cautious reverence, knowing that the ocean's depths held secrets that could not be underestimated. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the golden shores of Jeffreys Bay, Alex stood on the beach, gazing out at the endless expanse of the ocean. The beachgoers, surfers, and onlookers who had witnessed the encounter had learned a valuable lesson about the unpredictable nature of the ocean and the courage it took to confront its challenges. And so, Alex's encounter with a tiger shark in Jeffreys Bay, South Africa, came to a close. A tale of survival, bravery, and the enduring bond among those who share a deep love for the ocean. A group of adventure seekers had come to explore the ocean's wonders in the tranquil waters of Ba Atoll, Maldives, where the sun-kissed waves lapped gently against the pristine beaches. Among them was Sarah Reynolds, an experienced scuba diver deeply interested in marine life. The year was 2015, and Ba Atoll was a haven for divers, known for its breathtaking coral reefs and vibrant aquatic ecosystems. Sarah had always dreamt of diving in the Maldives, and this year, she had made her dream a reality. Little did she know that her underwater adventure would soon take an unexpected and dangerous turn. As Sarah prepared for her first dive, she joined a group of fellow divers at a dive center on a secluded island within the atoll. The experienced dive master, Amin, provided a thorough safety briefing and emphasized the need for responsible diving practices. The group boarded a diving boat, and as it sailed toward their chosen dive site, the azure waters beneath promised enchantment and mystery. Arriving at the site, Sarah and the group descended into the crystal-clear waters. The coral gardens stretched out like an underwater paradise, teeming with life. Sarah was in awe of the colorful fish, graceful rays, and the occasional glimpse of reef sharks in the distance. As they ventured deeper into the ocean, Amin, the dive master, signaled the group to gather around. He pointed to a cavern entrance in the coral, indicating that it was a known habitat for nurse sharks. The group watched in fascination as several nurse sharks glided gracefully in and out of the cavern, their gentle nature starkly contrasting the sharks' fearsome reputation. They swam alongside various marine life, including gentle giants like manta rays and the majestic whale shark, a creature Sarah had longed to see. However, as Sarah ventured further from the group, she suddenly found herself in the shadow of a massive tiger shark, an unexpected and awe-inspiring encounter. The shark's presence sent shivers down her spine, and she watched in awe as the predator glided past, its powerful form exuding an air of command. Time seemed to stand still as Sarah maintained her distance, aware of the tiger shark's formidable reputation. The other divers watched in amazement from a safe distance, their cameras capturing the rare spectacle. The tiger shark gradually veered away as the minutes passed, disappearing into the depths. The divers, exhilarated by the encounter, signaled to return to the surface. As the divers began their ascent to the surface, Sarah couldn't shake the memory of the majestic tiger shark. Its presence had left an indelible mark on her, and she felt awe and trepidation. Her heart raced as she followed the dive master Amin back toward the boat. Just when it seemed that the encounter with the tiger shark was a memory to be cherished, the waters around them took on a sudden and ominous change. A disturbance in the water's surface sent shockwaves through the group. The once peaceful sea roiled and churned as if some unseen force had stirred the ocean. A collective gasp escaped the divers as a massive shape emerged from the depths. A tiger shark, larger and more imposing than the one they had encountered earlier. Its predatory instincts had been awakened and moved with purpose toward the group. Fear gripped the divers as the tiger shark closed the distance. Panic surged through their ranks, and Amin bellowed commands for everyone to group and maintain a calm demeanor. But the shark, driven by its primal instincts, targeted Sarah, circling her with deadly intent. During the underwater turmoil, Sarah felt a surge of adrenaline course through her veins. She remembered the safety procedures Amin had drilled into the group: stay calm, avoid sudden movements, and maintain eye contact with the shark. With every ounce of willpower, she kept her composure. The conflict had escalated into a life-or-death struggle as the massive predator circled Sarah, its dark eyes fixed upon her. In a sudden lightning-fast motion, the tiger shark lunged at Sarah, its mighty jaws snapping shut just inches from her. The force of the attack sent shockwaves through the water, and Sarah's heart leaped into her throat. With a surge of strength, she kicked her fins with all her might, narrowly evading the deadly bite. The shark circled back for another pass, its aggression undeterred. Sarah's heart raced as she dodged the predator's relentless advances. Amin and the other divers shouted words of encouragement and support, their eyes never leaving the unfolding drama. The conflict climaxed as Sarah's oxygen dwindled and her strength waned. The shark continued to circle, a relentless force of nature. Sarah knew her time was running out, with her air running low and her body growing fatigued. The tiger shark showed no signs of relenting, and she could feel the weight of the ocean pressing down upon her. In a final, desperate move, she brandished her diving knife, a last line of defense. In a split second, as the tiger shark lunged again, Sarah thrust her knife forward with all her remaining strength, aiming for the shark's sensitive snout. The blade found its mark, and the predator recoiled in pain, its instinctive attack thwarted. Seizing the opportunity, Sarah made a break for the surface, kicking with all her might and leaving the wounded shark behind. Breaking the surface, Sarah gasped for air, her heart pounding and her body trembling with the adrenaline of the harrowing encounter. Amin and the other divers reached her, their faces a mix of relief and admiration for her unwavering bravery. Once serene and inviting, the waters of Ba Atoll had become the battleground for an epic struggle between a determined diver and a formidable tiger shark. As Sarah and the group sailed back to the island's safety, they carried a newfound respect for the untamed world beneath the waves and the enduring spirit of those who confront its challenges head-on. A group of adventurous tourists embarked on an unforgettable journey in the picturesque coastal town of Shark Bay, Western Australia, nestled between pristine beaches and azure waters. Among them was John Andrews, an intrepid traveler passionate about exploring the world's most breathtaking locations. The year was 2002, and the sun painted the sky with vibrant hues as John and his fellow tourists gathered at a local seaside inn, eager to set sail on a thrilling adventure. As the group boarded a sturdy vessel, Nicole White, a marine biologist, joined them. Nicole's expertise was sought after, especially by those seeking a close encounter with the ocean's most fearsome inhabitants. Nicole began by sharing the history of Shark Bay, where the land met the sea in perfect harmony. She explained how the bay's unique geography made it an ideal hunting ground for tiger sharks. John listened attentively, his excitement growing as he imagined the majestic creatures lurking beneath the surface. The conflict, though, was yet to reveal itself. As the boat ventured further into the bay, the tension in the air heightened. John and his companions felt the thrill of the unknown, anticipating what lay beneath the waves. Suddenly, the boat's engine sputtered and died, leaving them adrift in the vast expanse of the bay. Panic surged through the tourists as they realized they were stranded, far from the safety of the shore. In their midst, a young couple, Kevin Gilbert and Sarah, clung to each other, their faces etched with fear. Nicole took charge, her calm demeanor reassuring the tourists. She radioed for assistance, but the waters of Shark Bay were notorious for spotty reception. Time seemed to stretch as they waited for a response that might never come. A shadowy figure glided beneath the boat when despair threatened to consume them. It was unmistakably a tiger shark, its powerful presence sending shivers through the group. The tourists watched in awe and fear as the massive predator circled their vessel, its dorsal fins slicing the water's surface. As the hours passed, the tiger shark's curiosity seemed to wane, and it disappeared into the depths. Hope flickered within the tourists, but they knew their ordeal was far from over. Tension gripped the tourists, with the moon casting a silver glow on the bay's waters. Nicole, the marine biologist, had done her best to maintain their composure, but the reality of their situation was inescapable. John Andrews, who had once dreamed of this adventure, now felt afraid. His heart pounded as he peered into the inky depths below, knowing that a formidable predator was lurking just out of sight. He clung to the railing, sweat beading on his forehead, and whispered a fervent hope for rescue. As if in response to his plea, the radio crackled to life. Static gave way to a voice. A rescue team was coming. Relief washed over the group, but it was short-lived. The radio signal was weak, and the words from the other end were garbled. The tourists strained to hear, realizing their salvation hung in the balance. Nicole and the boat's crew scrambled to raise a distress signal, flares arcing into the night sky like desperate prayers. Time became their enemy as they watched the feeble light dance on the water's surface, a beacon of hope. The tiger shark returned when it seemed their ordeal might end without incident. Its presence was felt before it was seen, a powerful tug on the boat's stern. Panic erupted as the tourists realized the predator had clamped onto the vessel, its massive jaws locked onto the hull. The boat shuddered under the immense force. Kevin and Sarah, the young couple, screamed in terror as the vessel tilted precariously. Water lapped over the edge and the tourists clung to whatever they could find. However, John Andrews found himself inches from the shark's gaping maw. Nicole, her training kicking in, acted swiftly. She grabbed a long pole and lunged at the tiger shark. She struck the predator's snout with all her might, causing it to release its grip on the boat. The tourists gasped as the shark retreated into the shadows, wounded but not defeated. Blood oozed from the shark's injured snout, mingling with the salt water. Its once formidable presence now seemed vulnerable. It circled the boat, torn between its instinct to attack and the pain in its wounded face. The minutes dragged on, feeling like an eternity, as the tourists clung to the hope of rescue. The distant roar of engines grew louder, and the outline of a rescue vessel appeared on the horizon. The tourists cheered as the rescue team neared, their fears dissipating like the morning mist. With expert precision, the rescuers secured the distressed boat and helped the tourists to safety. John Andrews was among the last to step onto the rescue vessel, his heart still pounding from the harrowing encounter with the tiger shark. As they sailed back to the safety of the shore, the tourists reflected on their ordeal. They had ventured into the natural habitat of one of the ocean's most fearsome creatures and faced the ultimate test of survival. In the aftermath, Nicole shared her knowledge of tiger sharks, emphasizing the importance of respecting these apex predators and their habitats. Though shaken by the experience, John Andrews left Shark Bay with a newfound appreciation for the wonders and dangers of the natural world. The moon still cast its silvery glow on the bay as the tourists disembarked, their adventure forever etched in their memories. They had faced the brutal reality of nature, and in the end, they had emerged not as conquerors, but as humble witnesses to the beauty and peril of the ocean's depths. And so the story of the tourists' encounter with a tiger shark in Shark Bay, Western Australia, came close. A tale of survival, bravery, and a profound respect for the untamed world beneath the waves.